First thing you want to think about are drawing really light outlines to show you where objects are on the plane of your page. I'm drawing basic shapes, so for the pumpkin, it's mostly a circle, so I started with a circular shape to help me map out where all the lines are. The next thing I can see is the stem, so I'm going to go ahead and place that because it helps me show where everything else is in relation to that. Also, when you're drawing something like a pumpkin or a gourd, all of the lines radiate from this central point of the stem. So it's really important to go ahead and get that mapped out and placed. Notice that my lines are not straight, but they are round with the shape that I am drawing. That's very important, especially if you were looking for realism. My lines are still pretty light. I'm going to map out where all my other details are, the leaves, and the other little foliage that I have. As you're drawing, remember you are the artist, and so you get to show the details that you want to show in the way that you want to show them. And you can choose to exclude things if you like, if it helps your composition. As you're drawing objects in relation to each other, you're thinking about proportion, right? And the size they are compared to the things around them. Now that I have all of my elements placed, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start building value, right? Value is when you have changes from light to dark. So I'm looking for my dark areas and I'm building them up slowly. I'm also adding details. Details and value are two things that help create realism. Another thing you can think about doing is using contour lines, especially if you have a rounded object. So my lines are rounded with the shape of the form that it makes instead of up and down or side to side. Also, you're thinking about building those values up slowly, right? I'm not getting dark too quickly. And notice I have not erased anything yet. As long as you keep it really light, you will not need to erase very much. You also want to include the shadow on the table. This is why I have put a white piece of paper under my still life so I can see it a little bit better. I can see those shadows really well. It helps establish the space that your objects are sitting on. So I'm showing that the table is flat by making lines that go straight off to the side. It took me about 20 minutes to draw this entire still life. So take your time and do the very best that you can.